Welcome to Arnold's challenge number 15. This is where I do weightlifting. I'm trying to basically, I'm trying to ask the right questions. And if you don't know the right questions, you don't get the right answers. So what are the right questions? One of the questions I've got is, I want to live longer. Many of the people in my family have died, and I think they died too young. So one of the questions I've got is, how can I live longer and have a good quality of life? It's not just a matter of living longer. I want to enjoy living. So one of the things I've been looking into is powerlifting. I've been subscribed to Arnold Schwarzenegger's newsletter, and he's been pretty good. I've been reading it, and it's been interesting, and I think there's a lot of morsels of good nuggets of information there that I've been trying to follow. But I also recognize that healthy living is a lot more than just powerlifting. Earlier in my life, I had some really severe back pain, and one of the things I tried at that time was doing Pilates yoga, and that really did help. Also, I used to swim a lot, and swimming helped too. And trying to weight management, trying to lose weight, not going on starvation diets, but just trying to watch what I eat. So food, watching what you eat, Pilates yoga for stretching and flexibility, powerlifting for trying to get some gaining muscle, and I'm probably leaving something out. I don't know. It's a matter of what are the right questions. That's probably one of the other things for healthy living is keeping your mind. One of the things that Arnold was saying was that your mind is actually very, very important. It's probably the most important organ you've got in your body, and trying to stimulate your mind, trying to keep your mind going, trying to have a positive attitude, that's really important for healthy living. And some may argue that that's actually might be the most important thing is your mind and your will to survive. And again, the question is, what is the right question? That's the question. The question is, what is the right question? And then once you get a question, trying to get other questions that come from that, and getting some answers. That is really the path. That's the way to go, I think. I looked at some of the videos I did before, and I come across as being sort of pretentious and a Mr. Know-it-all. And I talk about hydration and water. Drinking water is important. You can't live without water. But calling it hydration does sound a little pretentious. And so I'm going to start off with some music because I really like playing the guitar, and I think that definitely puts me in a good frame of feeling and mind. So this guitar is the one that I've been playing. I played this morning. I was downtown at the Gateway Arch National Park, and I was playing with this guitar. Real stand-up guy. And so I play for about an hour and a half. And you can see it's a little different than the other guitar you might have seen me play. One of the things it's got on it is it's got my little COVID sticker. This guitar is a veteran of all the COVID stuff, and it's been around a while, and I dropped it at one point. It's got a little bit of a scrape there. So midnight just a heartbreak in disguise. Wondering if I can buy myself some more time. Playing with the queen of hearts. You know that ain't very smart. The Joker is the only fool who will do anything for you. Lovers, I've had my share, and I think I'm getting to the point. Lovers, I've had my share, wondering about where to start. Playing like a queen of hearts, you know that ain't very smart. The Joker is the only fool who will do anything for you. Thinking about a life of crime, and we're laying down another line. Thinking about a life of crime, you know that's what I gotta do to keep me away from you. Playing with the queen of hearts, you know that ain't very smart. The Joker's the only fool who will do anything for you. Who will do anything for you. Who will do anything for you. Alright, so now we're gonna get to the work side of this. Remember, work is force times distance. In physics, force times distance is work. And in powerlifting is work divided by time. So that's energy over time is power. So powerlifting is basically trying to do a lot of work in a really short amount of time. That's powerlifting. I'm not really going to do powerlifting. I'm more focused on just work. But when the last video, Arnold's Challenge 14, I was doing 60 pounds. And these are the 60-pound weights. You can see there's 30 on the left, 30 on the right. It turns out that it's a lot more than 60 because the handle and the collar is 5 pounds. So with 2 handles and 4 collars, 2 handles and 4 collars is going to be another 10 pounds. So when I've been talking about doing 60 pounds, I'm actually doing 70 pounds. And so I've been doing that, and I'm just going to go real quick into doing some push-ups, straight up exercises. And let's do, I guess, a set of 10. Now I'm going to show you how I do it. There's the catch and the release. So the first thing you do is you got to catch the weights. So I always start standing up. I bend down and I grab the weight, and then in one fluid motion, I bring it up like that. And now I'm ready to start lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, to this, the release, we did the catch, now we do the release. The release is basically doing exactly the same thing in reverse. And now it's back on the floor. That's really important when you get to more weights. You got to be more focused on the catch and the release. Now again, I forgot to take my ring off, but make sure you take rings, jewelry, everything off, because it's going to mess up your hands if you don't. All right, so that was the first set. Let's do the second set. All right, the catch, one fluid motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're doing the release. Go to the center, bring it down, and release. That's the second set. All right, take a breather for a second. Get some hydration, or just call it water. A little bit of water. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. And now we'll do the third set. So let's get this third set out of the way. Here goes. Remember, standing up, I squat down, grab it, then in one fluid motion bring it up, and then we'll do the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, center it, then back down. And that's the release. Okay, so that's, doing the full Arnold set. The Arnold superset's a lot more than that, but just want to get you a taste of what this is all about. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is increase the weights. I've been doing 60 pounds for, I'd say maybe 2 weeks now. I don't know how long, but I'm going to try to bump it up another 10 pounds. So what I've got is I'm going from 60 pounds to 70 pounds. So the way I'm going to do this is I went back to my store and I bought another 10 plus 10 is 20 pounds. Now remember, I'm only trying to increase by 10. So I'm going to take some weight off to get to 70. So what I'm going to do is I feel like I'm making change, like I've got this cosmic cash register, and these weights are like, coins in my pocket, and I'm trying to make change for me, I guess, making change. So, all right, if we look at this weight here, this is 15 pounds right here. So what I want to do is increase this side of it by 2.5 pounds. That's the least I can do. So I'm going to take this 2.5 pounder off, and I'm taking the 2.5 pounds off, putting this thing back on. And I'm going to put it on the 15 pounds. So instead of 15 pounds, I'm going to have 17.5 pounds here, which is 2.5 pounds. But 2.5 pounds times 4 is 10 pounds. So that will get me to 70 pounds. So I just put on 2.5 pounds there. Now on this guy is now short. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, how am I going to get some weight on this guy? So what I can do is I'm going to take off one of the 5 pounders. Take off the 5 pounder, put on the 10 pounder. And now I've got 17.5 pounds on the other side of this guy. So 17.5 times 2 is 35 pounds. So there we go. Now we got 35 pounds here. We've got a 10, 5, and a 2.5. That's the first one. Then the second one, we got to do the exact same thing I just did, and hopefully we don't run out of weight. So I'm going to take the 2.5 pounder off, and I'm going to put it on the other side. Put it on this side. So we now have 17.5 on this side. And then on this side, again, you can see that we got to get to 17.5 on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of that 5 pounder and I'll put the 10 pounder in. There's that 10 pounder. So now we've got 10, 5, 2.5, and that's another 35 pounds on the other weight. So we've got the same on both. So this is 35 plus 35 is 70 pounds. And one of the things I forgot about, remember I told you about the handles and the collars? That's another 10. So we're actually at 80 pounds now. With the way I reckoned it before, I would always say it was 70 pounds. But it's 70 pounds plus the handle, so that's actually... Alright, so now let's do the... let's try lifting some 80 pounds. So again, now we're at 80 pounds, so the catch and the... Yeah, I'll try editing. The catch and the release is really important. So...
Nick, you gotta,
I'm on, Lori. I'm on camera. So I'm going to bend down and I'm going to pick up the weight. Let's get rid of the camera, the glasses. So I bend down, squatting down, one continuous motion. I pick up, I sit down, and then I grab it up and hold it. So now we're at 80 pounds. So let's start seeing how it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's 80 pounds. I put it in the middle. I'm doing the release. Put it in the middle. Drop it down, and that's 80 pounds. All right, so one of the things I'm also doing is I'm leaning my back against the back of the chair to try to help with some of that weight. So anyway, you know, 80 pounds seemed to me like a really big, scary challenge, you know, like climbing Mount Everest or something, or doing Half Dome at Yosemite. But remember when I started, the first video I did was Arnold Challenge 1, and I think I had 10 pounds on each side. Now I'm up to 80 pounds. But I'll tell you, adding that extra 10 pounds, you know, it's more weight, but it really doesn't seem like that much more. All I did was I put 4 2.5 pound weights on, and I went up to 35 pounds on each side. So that's 70 plus the handles make 80 pounds. So anyway, I'm trying to ask the right question, trying to come up with the right questions that come from that, and the right answers. And here we go. Arnold's challenge number 15, signing off. This morning it was really cold and gray and windy, and now it's warm and sunny, and the wind died down too, so it's turned into a pretty nice day. So signing off from this is Nick the guitar guy, and I'm signing off with Arnold's challenge number 15.